Welcome! You guys, were so excited. We are coming to you live from the Aria in Vegas, and we actually earned this trip as part of our job. It's crazy. And you are here because one of us thinks that you make an incredible coach. And so we're going to share our stories. We're going to share what we do. We're going to share all the things that you could possibly want to know about being an influencer or wellness influencer. Ready to rock?
Let's do this.
So I'm going to kick us off and share just a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rachel Bodie. I have been a coach a little over 2.5 years. I worked in a corporate background for a really long time. I actually worked for a leadership consultant by the name of John Maxwell. And I was actually just sharing this with Kelsey, giving her a little bit of even additional background of why I decided to do this. That I just felt like I was not a good place, you guys. From the outside looking in, everything looked really glamorous, right? I had this awesome 6-figure job. I had like the white picket fence, the kids, the amazing husband, but I felt stuck. I felt like my life lacked purpose. I felt trapped in this job where I was missing my kids. I was traveling all the time. I was missing out on their events. I'm like, this is crazy. And in fact, I sat down with my husband, with Matt, one night, and I was in tears. Like, I would have anxiety attacks on Sunday night. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I like literally can't do this. But it's that feeling when you feel like, what else can I do? Like, I never even dreamed I could do something in fitness, but I've always been passionate about fitness because, well, I had an eating disorder. I'd always struggled with my weight. And so I always just had this heart to want to help other women. And so fitness has just been one of those things I've always been drawn to. Wellness, not just fitness, mind, body, and soul. And so I just found out about this. I was very apprehensive because I'm like, ugh. I mean, honestly, like, I was like, network marketing, that's slimy. I didn't understand it could be this way. And I was actually attracted to my coach because she just was normal. And she just posted about her life. And she posted about trips like this. I'm like, what does she do? Like, I want to go on fun trips where I don't have to like go be away from my family. And I want to help women reach their goals. And I want to get in my best shape. And I want to have community and friends. Like, Kelsey and I met through this business. And now we're like really good friends. And so here I am. Let's see, 2.5 years later, I quit my 6-figure job in December after less than 2 years of part-time coaching. Obviously, that's not guaranteed, but I was able to do it. And so the reason I share that is you can do it too. It's possible. And so here we are. You want to share a little bit about
Yeah. So I'm Kelsey Shackley, for those of you that don't know, and I got into this. I was a nurse. I was a pediatric nurse working night shift, 12-hour shifts, and I just needed something to hold me accountable to my own health and fitness journey. I so badly wanted to make it a lifestyle, and I was the person that was just like either I was on or I was off, and I would kind of considered myself a yo-yo exerciser because I would get into the zone and then I would let a slippery slope turn into a slide. And so it was constantly that vicious cycle. And I needed something that was going to hold me accountable to follow through with what I said I was going to do. Because ultimately I knew I was going to be a mom one day and I wanted to lead by example. I wanted to teach my kids how to live a healthy lifestyle and do it through balance. And so that's why I became a coach. And once I got into it, I started seeing these other people, all different kinds of people, some that worked full-time, some that were lawyers, some that were teachers, some that were stay-at-home moms, some that were extremely outgoing, and then like myself, an introvert, somebody that I consider myself an outgoing introvert because I like to be by myself. And
I think it's so crazy. She's so outgoing to me, but when you told me that, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm shy around people I don't know. And so when I was seeing that, and I started to see that vision of being able to kind of have the best of both worlds, have that stay-at-home mom feature, but also have something that was for me and that gave me purpose, and that honestly I felt like it was my calling to be able to pay that forward and help other people. So once I really dove into that, I have gone all in. I've been able to leave my full-time job as an RN. I actually make more than what I did as an RN, so much so that my husband was able to leave his full-time job as well. So that's my background and my story.
And you know what I think is cool too is like, we didn't mention, we're both moms. I have 2 kids. Kelsey has 3 kids.
Yeah.
And you guys, like, we're modeling this for our kids. Like, our kids see us helping other people. They see us having business conversations. They see that we get to create this life.
Yeah.
And so we're modeling that for our kids. And calling. It is a calling. Like, it's so cool when you're actually doing something where you're like, whoa, I was just Kelsey, you're up in the room like, this is crazy. Like, this is our life.
This is real life.
And it can be for you too. But so let me share like what we do, because people get really confused. Like, are you a trainer? Are you a nutritionist?
Yeah.
No. We basically, as a coach, there's essentially 3 things that we do. So the first is, and this is so cool, number one thing that we do as coaches starts with you. So we focus on ourselves, and that sounds weird, but here's what I mean. We focus on our own journey. You can't give what you don't possess, right? Or you can't pour from an empty cup. As moms, we have a tendency to try and like scrape the bottom of the barrel. You gotta take care of yourself. So what we do is we focus on our own fitness journey. We work out. We try and work out. We try and eat as clean as we can. We're not perfect. We nourish our body with superfood shakes. We fill our mind with positive podcasts, books. We think about growing personally. And it doesn't have to be something crazy, you guys. Like, I put my makeup on and I'm just listening to a podcast, or you're in the carpool line and maybe you're listening to a book on tape. It's about becoming the best version. This hat, I love it, made for more. You are made for more. We are made for more. And it doesn't happen by accident. You have to be intentional about growing yourself. And that is, like, for me, that's been the best thing about being a coach. My confidence has grown. Everything. It's like my life has been changed by this business. I'm really passionate about it. So that's the first thing. It starts with you. Number 2 is then you share your journey, and you use social media to do that. As an influencer, that's what we do. Yeah. Use Instagram, maybe Facebook, and we just share. We're sharing pictures. We're taking a sweaty selfie. We're sharing our drinks we're going to have maybe later on, maybe. Yeah. And that's it, you guys. You share all the parts of you, and we will teach you how you do that. I knew nothing about social media. Yeah. I was like clueless. I didn't even have an I didn't understand what Instagram was. So you don't need to panic, because I was kind of panicked about that. So it starts with you. You're focusing on your own journey. Then you're sharing that on social. And then this is the best part. You link arms with other women. That's right, girl. And we help them get results. Yeah. And the way we do that is not by being a trainer or a nutritionist. We actually plug them into these awesome online virtual boot camps where we encourage them, we support them, we cheer them on, we equip them, and just help them get results by just being someone who believes in them, you guys. That's it. It's such an awesome job to be able to be an encourager to another woman. We need that. We are built for a relationship. And it's so, I don't know if you ever tried to like diet or do a workout program on your own, even go to the gym. It's hard. When you don't have someone like who's like, girl, where were you? Or like, oh, what's up? I saw you drinking margaritas 5 days in a row. It's like that encouragement piece. So those are the 3 main components of what we do as coaches. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
So the way I view this is more of a lifestyle influencer. So yes, we're Beachbody coaches, but that doesn't mean we live, breathe, and do everything health and fitness. It's really like, I look at it like a pie. Health and fitness and being a better version of ourselves in that aspect is a slice of the pie. But there's also other areas of our life that we're really passionate about in making us a better version of ourselves. Health and fitness is a tool to help us be better versions of ourselves in other areas of our life. But I also believe faith is a slice of the pie. I also believe motherhood is a slice of the pie. Being a wife, whatever other areas in your life that you're super passionate about working on yourself is a slice of the pie. So as we're working on ourselves in those areas through the podcast that Rachel was talking about, we're sharing that and we're inspiring other people to do the same. So this isn't something where we're screaming things down people's throats or selling things per se. We're really just sharing the lifestyle and how we can make this and fit this into our life. And that's why I perceive it as lifestyle influencing, because that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's not just even the serious stuff, you guys. It's Mexican food. It's makeup tutorials. It's
life systems to help you stay sane in your home.
We're just sharing all the things like who we are as women. And you may think like, I don't have much to share. Yes, you do. Like, you're unique. There's only one of you, and it is interesting to other people.
And we'll help you to identify what those things are, because sometimes you're too close to them to really understand or to really know what those things are.
Because it's your life.
Because it's your life. So that's what's really cool about it too, is as your mentor, we will help you identify those things.
Totally. And something that was very important to me. I'm not money motivated, but I had a 6-figure job. So I knew that I had to know that I could earn 6 figures in this gig. I didn't think it was possible. Well, I talked to a lot of women on our team, and I found it was possible. There's multiple 6 and 7-figure earners on our team, which is just incredible that you can do that doing this. So I want to share how you do that. Like, how do you actually do that? And there's really 2 ways that we do that. There's 2 ways that we earn this business. The first is we help people, as I mentioned before. We plug them into these virtual boot camps, and there's a package that they get that's so awesome. It has everything they need. It's nutrition. It has all of their basically Netflix of fitness, hundreds of different programs. It has access to our boot camps. All these things they get, right? So it's one thing that we have. And when we help someone with one of those packs, we earn a commission. We earn 25% commission. So every time someone purchases something from your website that's all set up for you, you earn 25%. Okay, so it's one way that we earn. The other way we earn, which is my personal favorite, because my background's in leadership, is by mentoring and serving and helping other women to do what we're doing. And you guys, this is our jam. Like, leadership is our jam. We have a whole mentorship process. We'll walk you through every step of the way. But how cool is it that we get to do it and then we get to help other women have that experience, that same kind of freedom? It's incredible. Yeah. And so we only, from a team perspective, let me actually break it down a little bit more. Very simplistic way. This is how team bonus works. So basically, corporate sets aside a pot of money, and our team earns points for how many people they help. And then we get money associated with those points. And you guys, when it started for me, it was, $17, $20, and then it's many hundreds of dollars, and it's many thousands of dollars. And so, and so on and so forth. For me, in my first years, only like about $1,000 a month. Well, my last week's check was close to $1,800. I've been doing this 2.5 years, so that equates out to over 6 figures. So, and Kelsey's been doing it longer, and her numbers are much higher. So again, it's not guaranteed, but it's possible. And so if you have that heart to serve, if you have the willingness to want to work, do the work, it's possible.
Being hungry to learn and being hungry to want to serve other people and learn different ways to serve people, I think is key as well.
Totally. So love it. One thing I did not touch on, because this always comes up when I share this, people are like, pyramid scheme. I'm like, listen, you guys, my husband works for KPMG, one of the big 4 accounting firms. He brokers $1 billion acquisitions. You better believe we did our research on this. Yes. It was like, so a pyramid scheme is illegal, and the reason is it's basically someone at the very top promises either goods or services or not. They take money from this person, and then this person gets caught pulling the bag. They never earn any money. That's why it's illegal. It's a Ponzi scheme. Beachbody's been A+ rating in the Better Business Bureau. It's been around for 20 plus years. The leadership is incredible. I personally have consulted with Fortune 50 companies for over a decade. So I've been exposed to a lot of leadership. It's just the leaders of our company really believe in wanting to help people live their best life, and it's cool to be a part of an organization that really believes that. I mean, it's very rare, unfortunately. So we get to be a part of that. It's kind of cool. Do you want to talk a little bit? We both had some pretty big objections coming into the business. Do you want to?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because I think one of my biggest fears was I was going to have to turn into a salesperson. I actually worked at the Buckle when I was going through college. Sucked. Like, they had me out on the floor for 2 weeks, and nicely they were like, Kelsey, you haven't sold anything. We're actually going to put you in the back room, and you're going to unload all the shipment, put the security sensors on all the clothes. And so that was one of the biggest fears that I had. I didn't want to be the person that posted stock photos that had links and things. Buy from me, join me. Like, I didn't want that. So you can come to my social media. You can go to Rachel's social media. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see our links anywhere. We truly lead with serving and helping other people. And we lead with sharing what we do and building that curiosity up in people, saying, I wonder what they do. I would love to do what they do. I would love to get fit the way they're getting fit from home, and using their Wi-Fi workouts to do that. And so we don't want you to turn into a salesperson to do this. The salespeople, honestly, are the ones that aren't successful with this, because you're just leading with the wrong intentions. So that was one thing. The other thing I really, really was hung up on was the fact that, I was seeing these other people and they had these big followings. And I started with less than 100 followers on Instagram.
I didn't even have Instagram.
You didn't even have Instagram. And my Facebook was literally just people I knew. And so I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to grow? We teach you everything that you need to know in our mentorship program. So no worries. That was a huge fear of mine. Like, how am I going to do this and continue to grow a business, and meet new people? And we teach you how to do that. So you don't have to have a huge following. You don't have to know everything about social media. We will teach you that. You just have to have the heart to want to learn it. The other big thing that I was not at my goal weight. I had, still like 5 to 10 pounds to lose. I, again, just needed the accountability to stay consistent with it. And I think so many people, myself included, thought,
You have to have like a model body.
Yeah, or you need to have like this personal trainer body, or like what you find in magazines, and that's not relatable. Nobody relates to Barbie. Nobody relates. Yeah, very few people do. They don't relate to perfect. It's the journey that's inspiring. It's showing people that you're figuring it out through the struggle, through having balance and having a glass of wine, through going to get Mexican, and you're not giving up. And that's what's inspiring for people, because when they see that, they start to think, well, if she can do it, I can do it too. And if you just show the highlight reel, or just show like, people don't relate to that. And so that's why it's really important to start in the beginning of your journey.
I love it. And it's funny you say that, because for me, one of my big things was time. Like, I'm like, I don't have time. I barely have time to brush my hair most days. I don't have time to start a business. But I saw other women who were like me, who had full-time crazy careers, who had small kids, and they were making it work. And I'm like, okay, again, if they can do it, why not me? I want you to think about that question for yourself. Why not me? I know it seems kind of scary. It was scary for me too. I just literally cannot imagine my life if I didn't. It actually, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, so the time thing. So let me just touch on that for a second. You guys, here's the deal. We're all busy. We are all busy, okay? There's never a perfect time. But let me tell you kind of what I did. I carved out what I call power pockets. I carved out pockets of time. I got up early in the morning. I worked a little pocket. I used my lunch break. I worked a pocket. I used to travel. I work a little bit at nighttime. I didn't watch The Bachelor for 2 years. But guess what? I got to quit my job. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so it's possible. It's just choices that you make. Oh gosh, I've got the sun. I have like this angelic light on me. So hopefully you guys can see me. But okay, that's a little distracted. Sorry, you guys, we're having fun. You hear the Bob Marley in the background. So anyway, the time thing. So what I want to share with you is that most of our coaches, when they get started, we call it power hour. We're going to really very focused 1 hour of time. If you really want to accelerate turn it just like that. Yeah. If you really want to accelerate your growth, maybe you work 2 hours. You know, it really just depends on how quickly you want to grow. So that was one objection that I had. And then the other thing that was really, really big, just a little bit. Another thing that was big for me is, and you know what, I would say this is probably most people. So if you really, really get honest with yourself, and I really didn't get honest with myself for a long time, I was worried what people would think of me. I'm like, I had this prestigious job. Like, I'm going to quit and go work for a direct marketing company. But here's the thing, you guys. You can live the rest of your life being worried about what other people think, but their opinions don't pay your bills. Their opinions don't allow you to have friendships like this. Their opinions don't allow you to travel this way. Their opinions don't mean jack squat. I mean, it has nothing to do with your fulfillment. And we worry so much about what people think that we don't even like. And I do it too. But it's like, that's one of the things that I think I'm learning to overcome, because here's the deal. People are going to talk about you whether you're doing well or whether you're doing poorly. Always. That's just the reality of life. And so you've got to decide, what kind of life do I want to live? And then you have to be brave and make the choices to go do it. And so I think that's a really big thing. So if you have that tug at your heartstrings and you're thinking, oh yeah, okay, these ladies, there's something about them that this is interesting to me. Y'all, lean into that. Pay attention to the tension. That's what my pastor always says. And I had it there for so long, but I was scared. So
if you feel it pulling, it's pulling for a reason. If you feel that tug, you feel that tug for a reason. And I know I did. I lost sleep at night. I was so excited about the opportunity and how I could help people and what my life could look like. And pay attention to that, because that means that this is something you're supposed to pursue. So let's talk about how they can get started. We have 5 spots available for you. And so basically,
because we don't, let's explain.
Yeah, we only have 5 spots available because
it's a lot to mentor new coaches. It's a lot.
It's a lot. And so we really want to give you the time and the attention that you deserve, but with keeping our priorities in check. And so that's why we're only accepting 5. So what you would need to get started, you don't have to stock product. You don't have to have house parties or anything like that. You literally just need the things that will help you get results in your health and fitness journey, that will keep you getting results. And so that package starts around $160, the base package. And we can talk more about all the details when you message us back. But with that, you also will get 25% off any future purchases. And then you also have a $15 monthly website fee starting in month 2. That covers the cost of customer service. It costs the like the packaging. We don't have to worry about packaging or anything like that. Your website fees, all of that stuff is all tied up into that 15. So that's the only overhead that you will have. I always think about if I was to start another business, if I was to open up a gym or if I was to open up a boutique or a coffee shop, all the overhead that I would have with rent, electricity, hiring help, it would cost more than $15, let's be real. So this opportunity has been amazing for that, and that's what you're looking at to get started. So again, we have 5 spots available, and we're really excited to mentor you.
Yes, love it. And I'll just, in closing, I just want to share one thing with you guys, and it's this, that here's the thing. Anyone can do this, but you have got to have a work ethic. You've got to have the heart to serve. Your hustle has to match your dream, right? And then finally, like, you have to have Wi-Fi, right? Because you pretty much can do, because we're doing our business, you can take this business anywhere. So if this is you, if this connects with you, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a corporate working woman, listen, you can do this too. Yeah. So we're excited. We hope to hear from you guys really soon.